Day 4 of Chicago Bulls training camp is in the books, and apparently Lonzo Ball had his best day yet. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have some fun, break it all down and more like we've done every single day in the evening for the last week.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. Listen, I was late. Work. I told y'all I do have a full-time job. I thought I was going to be able to sneak it in here at the same time I've had the last couple of days, but work was like, hey, bruh, come holler at me right quick. So, it is what it is when it comes down to that. But hey, we are a few days away from Chicago Bulls basketball being back. We're a few days away from live post-game shows. We're a few days away from live halftime shows. We're a few days away from live pre. We're a few days away from being a few days away. Can't wait. I'm extremely excited about getting basketball season back underway and us to be able to talk about some Bulls basketball is what I'm talking about. But we're going to talk about it today. So the Chicago Bulls apparently today had a full 5-on-5 scrimmage that lasted for 2 hours. They had a 2-hour session today. And listen, that's really good. I love it. Josh Giddey was a participant in the 5-on-5 today as well. So again, like I've been saying, it seems like everybody's getting healthy at the right time, and that's a big thing for the Chicago Bulls team is to get everybody healthy at the right time at the start of the season. You want to be able to evaluate your full roster as early as possible. So seeing and hearing that the Chicago Bulls have did a 5-on-5, they did a full scrimmage today, that's really good. Because keep in mind, I don't know if the Bulls plan on practicing over the weekend or not. Typically, they do not. Now, some things could be different, especially with having a new team. Maybe they'll have some optional workouts or things like that. But it's really good that the Bulls did have that full scrimmage today because Monday, it's basically just going to be a shoot around where they're gearing up to actually play a basketball game on Tuesday. So that's what it comes down to. But the biggest story to come out of training camp today is Lonzo Ball saying that he's had his best day. Billy Donovan saying this. We pushed him further today. He looked good out there, moving around. It was encouraging to see. I'm happy for him personally. I think timing-wise and things like that, he'll get back as he plays more 5-on-5. He's still, in my opinion, incredibly effective because of his IQ, and he finds the rhythm and time. The way he plays, he's got a really good feel. But I was happy that he could play as much as he did 5-on-5. That's really, really damn good to hear that about Lonzo Ball, and I can't stress that enough. That's really good that Lonzo's saying this as well. I would say constant. A lot of data, a lot of stuff that got put on me like tracking wise, but it's all, for the betterment of myself and the team. I've been able to do everything pretty much. I'm just in for bits and pieces though. We scrimmaged today, so I was in and out, but I got up and down. Like I said, got to fill it out, test it out, and it feels good right now. So hey, listen, that's what it seems like right now. Lonzo Ball is on pace. He's still, I want to be clear, he's still not officially cleared. Now, with him saying that they're tracking the data, they got a lot of things on him to track his movements and things like that. I would not be surprised if over the course of this weekend, Monday, maybe at the latest, we do get the official announcement whether that he's going to be in or out for the Bulls preseason game. And I if he's in, great. I'd love to see it, man, at the end of the day. So, when it comes down to it, he's been in 5-on-5. He's been in contact. He's been doing a lot of things there. And he even said this, more it's just really slight differences, to be honest. More physical things like sliding on defense, getting over screens, stuff like that. It's a little bit slower, but just play the game a lot smarter. That's really what I have to focus on, is using my IQ to be ahead of the things. And that's something that I talked about yesterday, right? Is that the physical nature of basketball and being out as long as Lonzo Ball's been out, it's naturally going to come with some timing issues, some muscle issues, some times where your body just doesn't have it. But the one thing, because you can take away shooting, you can take away defense, because a lot of that relies on physicality. The one thing you cannot take away from, the two things you cannot take away from Lonzo Ball is his passing and his basketball IQ. Those are things that he's going to be. Now, the timing may affect that passing a little bit, but I think overall, he's still going to be able to do the high IQ basketball things. And for that, we may be set up in a really good place to do that because we're trying to play more up-tempo style, because you do have a lot of athletic players in Jalen Smith, Monas Busilis, Io DeSumo, Julian Phillips, Dalen Terry, those type of guys. You don't necessarily need Lonzo to shoot. His three-point shooting, if that's not back, you're good with that. If the defense isn't quite there, we're not going to be a good defensive team regardless, so that's fine. But if Lonzo can help get these young players open that are trying to work on their basketball IQ, that can really be where we kind of benefit the most from Lonzo Ball when it comes down to it. So, listen, I love to see that what we're seeing from Lonzo Ball. It's going to be a while. He's still trying to get his legs up from underneath him. He did say that he feels like most of his jump shot than anything is affected by his conditioning, but he still does have some optimism. So he's getting over that hump, and that's going to be a really good thing for him as well. So overall, seeing the positive things for Lonzo Ball, it's really good to see. I'm just going to continue breaking it down, man. So yeah, keep with that happening. Still haven't heard much about Kobe White in training camp. Now that could be because Kobe's just coming in and doing the things that's expected from him. But I like that the team has been doing 5-on-5s. I like that they had a 2-hour session today. I love that they did actual full scrimmage today. They even brought in referees, right? Brought in referees, an actual full scrimmage. That's really good. That's really good. That's how you get your basketball team together. That's how you get your guys ready. And we'll see in a few days. Like I said, in just a few days, we'll be seeing the Bulls take the basketball court, and we'll get to take a look at how this team actually looks. And I think that's really good to see from this team. Let's see how you guys are feeling. Cordell says, Haize, I see you on Black. Yeah, I was late today. I was very late today. It is what it is. Taxton says, yo, what's up, Haize? What's going on, fam? Glad to have you in the building. Quentin, man, it feels good to have basketball back. Yep, we got a game going on tonight. That's crazy. Not the Bulls, but a game. I feel like I'm more hyped about the Bulls start of the season than I was the Bears. But maybe I'm just a bigger Bulls fan. But the offseason moves got me feeling better than previous couple years. I mean, this some actual change this offseason will do that, right? That'll do something like that. Rob in the building says maybe it's that 2025 pick potential too. Maybe it's a little bit of that. Maybe it's a little bit of that. Lottie, get your grind on, bro. Get that paper, my boy. Get that paper. Come on now. I'm going to get that paper. What up, Haize? What's going on, fam? MC Season, did Steve-O give you my number? I know he asked if he can give it to you. Did you actually get my number? If not, hit me up on socials. Maddie Legend, I understand. Got to get that quickly in, but she throw it at you. Whoa, that's crazy. That's why I just realized that's crazy. That did not happen. It was my actual job. Clocked in, clocked out. If Lonzo can play this day 2-hour, what chances that they may even attempt Lonzo attempting to play in back-to-back? They're not going to try the back-to-backs. They're going to make sure see how he is in actual basketball games before they even worry about the back-to-backs. It's going to be a while before they look at the back-to-backs. The operator. What? Oh, you're saying that's the role that Lonzo could play? Yeah, definitely. Duarte going into Duarte. We haven't seen anything for Duarte. I heard anything from Duarte, so I guess we'll see what he brings it. Duarte is going to be nice for you guys. We'll see if he gets on the court. There's a lot of people that are going to be ahead of Chris Duarte, but it's an open competition. So if Billy Donovan is true to his word, we'll see. What's going on, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? Glad to have you in the building. I think Lonzo being a vet for Giddey will be great for his growth. 26-year-old vet is wild, but he is. Happy for my niggas, Zoe. Hey, bro, listen, I'm happy for Zoe as well. Do you think, Haize, there could be a possibility that Lonzo could get some preseason minutes? Well, I kind of just talked about that. I don't know in this first game, right? They may not want to throw that on him too much, but I mean, they could. I do think if you see Zoe in preseason, it's going to be to see how his body responds to actual game mode. So I think that's going to be a thing as well. Love what you do for us fans. Y'all like it up for this, man. Keep doing what you do. Bro, I appreciate that, Chi-Town. Jake Capone, we're the same color, bro. We're literally the same color. So, I mean, like, what are we talking about? I'm the beige bandit. You're the baby oil bandit. Just saying. SOT Soldier says, Haize, what up, my guy? What's going on, fam? We got Wade in the building. What's going on, Wade? Glad to have you in this mug. Hot take, Lonzo can get better, if anything, because he got a new knee. It's just going to take one season for everything. Yeah, that's a hot take because that's just not factual. It's not factual. Keep in mind, the surgery that Lonzo had is typically for old people to just be able to have a quality of life, not to be able to play basketball. And it's technically not a new knee. It's new cartilage in the knee and a new meniscus, but it's not guaranteed. We'll see, though. We'll see. I also like that Smith has a small rapport with being in the same high school draft class as Kobe White, etc. Chemistry could be part. We underestimate the possibility of more wins. I mean, chemistry is always kind of the thing that is hard to gauge, right? You never know who's going to have to take this one off. Why does it keep coming back up like that? I hate taking the stickers off my hats. Let's get that back. Let's get that right. Let's see if it pops back up. Um, but yeah, chemistry is one of those things that's really hard to gauge. So you could be absolutely right. I wouldn't say we're going to be good, but we'll for sure surprise some teams. Yeah, I think this is going to be the word I've always used is fun. I think this is going to be a really fun team this year. Really fun, in my personal opinion. With the season starting, I will have to cut back on my clients, only part-time gigolo. That's crazy. Hope you're doing well, bro. Could hit you up later today so we can talk more about the social media accounts if that's cool. So I don't talk on phones. You'll have to text me. I don't talk on the phone. That's just it's a rule. I don't talk on the phone. I hate talking on phones. Listen. When you spent most of your life being a criminal like me, you've learned very early not to talk on phones. I don't talk on phones. Do you think the Bulls will play zone defense? Yeah. What? Listen, Tamika. I'm gonna start just calling you the Quizler. You don't have any takes. You just ask questions. Like the Quizler. Yes, every team runs zone defense. Some, at least some. What up, Goat Haize? I can't wait for the season. Also, can't wait for the live shows after the games. Those vent sessions are legendary. I mean, yeah, we got to get back to that. Lonzo may have the lowest mileage of any vet ever his age because of all the injuries. Well, injuries are mileage, bro. Injuries are mileage. Like that's taxing. What's good, Haize? Love the content, bro. Keep them coming. I appreciate that, brother. I don't like to be ashy, so oh well. That's hilarious. That's an underrated joke. The return is real and among us. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. I seen a 10-minute video of Zoe and a few other ball players going one-on-one, and Lonzo kind of looked like he was still kind of thinking about his knee on his head. Second battle for Zoe would be the mental battle. Yeah, that's in a lot of ways for most people who've had sorry, y'all. But for most people who've had major, especially knee injuries, that mental hurdle was the biggest one there. What up, Haize? So the Bulls ruled him out for back-to-backs. Yes. So he's back-to-backs are off the table. That came out of Lonzo's own mouth. They're off the table for right now. And we'll see how long that lasts. Showing mad love for the best Bulls content on any podcast. We appreciate you, Nando, for being in the building. Have you heard any improvement in three-point shooting in training camp? No, but I mean, you don't really hear that. Like we didn't hear of Kobe's improvement. We didn't hear of Lyle's improvement. They just showed it in the game. So you'll see that when it comes down to it. Haize barely picks up his phone, period. It's probably been about 200 days since a text. That's not true. That's not, I feel like I've texted you back. I don't feel, that's crazy. Sup, Haize, keep going, bro. Go Bulls. I'm not expecting anything this year. Just want to see what we got. I mean, and I think that's where kind of the Bulls are in a way. Now, I do think they have expectations, but I think the Bulls front office really just wants to see what we have in this team so they can kind of understand the next steps and the next phase to continue going forward. And let's hope that they're paying attention. You can't shortcut it, right? That's one thing that we've definitely learned. Don't shortcut it. So how many games until we see Petty Roosevelt? Over under 4 games. That's crazy. I don't know, man. Like, so I'm like last year, I avoided a crash out game 1 when we lost to, like, wasn't it the Detroit Pistons? I avoided a crash out week 1. But I had expectations. I have no expectations for this team this year. You may not see Petty Roosevelt very much this season because I don't have any expectations. I have none. Won't catch me on the phone. My voicemails off trap numbers. That's hilarious. MC season is 11 my ass off. I feel that, but bet I'll message you later. Then yeah. I don't talk on phones. I'm late to this, so you may have answered this, but do you think Lonzo's averages will be like point? I can't answer that, and I would love to give you a answer, Alan, but the reason why I can't give you that is because I just don't know what his role is. I don't know how he's going to look. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play, and I don't think it's about numbers at this point. Like I wouldn't even say in this first year it should be about numbers. I think it should be about how often he's able to be on the floor and how he's able to impact the game, regardless of the numbers that he plays. Like for example, if Lonzo Ball just scores 5 points per game, but gets 6 assists because he's focused more on setting up the other young players on his team while he's getting kind of acclimated. I think that's great. I think that's great for him. So I'm not mad at that. Yo, Haize, I seen you on Say Cheese TV. You went viral on Twitter for your parents. Thought CBC was finna blow up. That's hilarious. But see, it wasn't on the podcast page. So no, it didn't. And I don't like going like I hate for some stupid shit. Like that was just stupid. That was really just a stupid thing for people to get caught up about. Like it was just stupid. They run 2 defensive styles on one possession. Seems like something that could work with the Bulls. Start off zone, then man up. I mean, a combination zone is what like teams don't just stay in zone the whole possession or the whole game, right? So I mean, we'll see. I mean, now with Wes Unseld Jr. basically, at least so far through preseason, staying on top of being in charge of the defense, we'll see how that continues to develop. What up, homie?
Can I have cookie crisps?
Can you have what?
Cookie crisps.
Come here. Show everybody your bullshit that you stretching out because you're getting big. Like, see that? The swag. I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
What you want?
Cookie crisp.
Cookie crisp. You gotta say it like that.
It's cereal.
Yeah, you want me to get you some of that? You felt like this was the time that you had to come do that?
Yeah. And I want rainbow Cheerios that was new.
You had to come tell me that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I got you. All right, homie.
Are you getting it tomorrow or today?
I'll do a grocery. I'll probably just go to the grocery store tomorrow morning. You always think, why is food always on your mind? All right, Buddha. Effed up Primo got the 1-day deal. We wanted D-Rose to get. That's crazy when you think about it that way. That's funny. Everybody has expectations. No, I have zero expectations. None. I have zero expectations for this team. I don't expect them to win 30 games. I don't expect them to win 15. I don't expect them to get in the lottery. I just want to see what they're going to bring. I have no expectations. None. No expectations first game. That may do it. That may do it. That may do it. Is it possible to gain expectations? I feel like this team will be surprisingly better. Yeah, I mean, listen, and this is what I always say. Anybody, and this is what the fuck is going on with the frame rate of the camera? Why do I look like? What the fuck is going on there? Does that look weird on y'all side? But the one thing that I've always said, like when people say, "Oh, that wasn't your prediction before the season," when new information becomes available, it's okay to change your opinion. People who try to tell you, "Oh, you had this opinion, you got to stick to that opinion." No. When smart people, intelligent people, when the new information becomes available, if you don't change your opinion based off the new information, or at least use it to inform and reframe your opinion, you're an idiot. Just period, point blank. You're stupid. So, like, yeah, you can definitely gain expectations as the season goes on. Definitely. And Jay Capone, you look like a transformer that got caught midway through their transformation. What are we talking about? Do you play any type of fantasy? Nope, I don't do that. I ain't got time. Haize works for the Detroit Pistons come on now, bro. I hate the fucking Detroit Pistons. You will never in a million years catch me doing anything for the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons, the Packers, the Indiana Fever, Aaron Rodgers as a person, nothing. If I see Aaron Rodgers walking down the street, I'm catching a case. Somebody's going to have to come bail me out. Haize, get little man this cereal. Hey, man, that's crazy. That's wild. My kids eat all day, bro. It don't make any sense, bro. Like the dude already grew like six inches this summer, right? The dude does not stop eating to save his life. Like the dude is literally always eating, always, constantly eating. Hey, snorts. What? What? The team will be much better than expected 35 win incoming. I'm not going to say that for sure. I will see what happens there. Fair enough. Let's change it up then. How many games would you like to see Lonzo playing, either off the bench, starting, or whatever? Again, I'm not going to say that. I don't know. Like Lonzo Ball very well could have a setback and have to sit 15 games. I don't care. Like at this point, it's not about a number of games. It's not about a production number. It's about him getting back on the court and being able to stay on the court for whatever he's able to do to show, hey, I could still play basketball. I don't care about nothing else. Yo, Haize, love your content. I'm subscribed to almost all your channels. Keep up the good work, my guy. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. The Bulls signing THT, they already signed him. He signed to Exhibit 10 deal. You mean to the roster? So you think they're going to waive Ernolot Batum for THT? Could happen. I think it'll be stupid, but it wouldn't be outside the realm of what the Bulls have done in the past. That's for sure. I laugh my ass off at Haize. So y'all got it. Like, y'all, if you know Jay Capone, you know that joke was a really funny joke. It may not register because when Jay Capone roll up on you, you'll know. I mentioned the first stat that was called PPD, points per direct, not realizing it was a fantasy stat, but it's basically the hockey assist stat, which I think should be. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. The hockey assist should absolutely be tracked, in my opinion. Absolutely. I absolutely think that should be a track stat. Lonzo can sit every game and still play more minutes than Javon Carter. Hey, listen, he better play more minutes than Javon Carter. That's enough talent on the team to be a low playoff play-in seed. Just depends on if they can make it all mesh together. I mean, it's not just about every team has talent. I can tell motherfuckers never had an injury before. This ain't 2K. We're not worried about Lonzo's stats. We just want to see him step foot on the court first. Exactly. In the last decade, Haize hats have the same number as Aaron Rodgers, not all-time thrower of football, wasted prime. What? Huh? I'm sorry. That's stupid. Sealy, you tried too hard to make a joke. You tried too hard to make a joke. Too hard to make a joke there. When you got to type that much for the joke, it's not funny. It's not funny. What up, Haize? Drop the Lonzo clips from today when you get them. I already dropped one. Was there another Lonzo clip today? Hold on. Let me see it. Where was it posted at? Because then again, like I said, I've been working, so I haven't always. Yeah, I only see the one Lonzo clip. Oh, shit. Modest Busalis. I'm telling y'all right now, Modest Busalis is going to be in the dunk contest this year. Tell me this man ain't going to be in the dunk contest this year. He touched the backboard on a 180. Get this man in the goddamn dunk contest. Get him in the dunk contest. Get Modest Busalis in the dunk contest. I'm telling y'all. Get him in the dunk contest. What allowed the Bulls to hold to the number one seed before injury happened to Zach Lonzo? One, they beat all the bottom feeders. They didn't beat a single top team in the East or the West at that point. They also were taking advantage of an early part in the season where a lot of teams were still trying to get things together, and they had already started falling off before. And keep in mind, well, you may have not watched me then. I was telling people then, hey, this Bulls team is not going to stay, and they had already started falling off before Lonzo Ball went down. They didn't have the defense. They just didn't, right? Especially in clutch moments. And overall, their offense was still a stagnant offense and their point differential. So, like, the Bulls held on to that because of the nature of how and where the league was at that time. It wasn't this huge thing where where it was like, hey, the Bulls are just killing it. They look like this dominant team. Like, they look good. Don't make no mistake about it. I think the lowest had injuries. They probably would have still fallen to fifth or sixth in the East. But they weren't going to be a team that would have really made noise. They weren't going to be that. So, it is what it is when it comes down to that. But yeah, that definitely played a big part in that as well. So you look at it, like before Lonzo went down, we were on a 4-game losing streak. We had started a 4-game losing streak. So yeah, it people inflate that so much. Does Javon Carter have a role in the Bulls? No. His role is sitting his ass on the bench. That's his role. Hold the clipboard, my boy. Hold that clipboard. Modest is white. That's hilarious. Let's go. I'm looking forward to posters with Modest. Yeah, I agree. Modest is white boy Rick with a dash of chalk. That's funny. He's not going to lie. I'm kind of excited, even before seeing the clip, to see Zoe off the bench with Modest. Hey, that could be fun. Okay, so we can expect this team to mirror the same projection or be even better because no, that's not. People, it's so much copium out here. No, this team is even worse defensively than that team was. This team may be a worse three-point shooting than that team was. And then keep in mind how much of that season, even early on, came down to DeMar DeRozan heroics in the fourth quarter. We don't have a player to step up in the fourth quarter like that. So no, you can't have the expectations that people keep trying to back themselves into thinking that this Bulls team's didn't really fall off as much as it did. It fell off a lot. Monas is the new version of an athlete watching clips on YouTube and replicating a bit of everybody he sees and like putting together his game. I agree with that 100%. Agree with that. Monas and Pat are going to be a problem with off-ball cuts and as long as they move without the ball. That is the most important. Not the most important. That is the thing I'm most excited to see about this Bulls team in their offense is how much more, if any, do we actually move off the ball this year? How much cutting do we have? How much off-ball movement do we have? That's a key thing that I'm looking for with this team this season. And hopefully we get it. Monas with a bit more pounds could be scary. He could be scary without it, but I agree. I definitely agree. And not that much because you don't want to affect his athleticism. I don't see Monas doing some weak-ass, lanky-ass dunks in the dunk contest. We'll see. Personally think we got to start Kobe and Io still, even though Giddey Zoe is kind of repetitive off the bench. Yeah, no. You start the player that is 90th in the 90th percentile in open shots, like in generating open shots for his teammates. Zach can hold this team down. Do you remember where we were the last time Zach was our best player? Do y'all remember that? There's a reason why. Hey, I remember the Warriors game with Lonzo. It was pissed and then depressed. Exactly. That was a tough game. That was a kick in the nuts. If they don't move off ball, then you have to fire Billy. But they won't. The hype is more on what the offense could be. The negative is that the bottom 5 to 10 defense. Agree. The offense could be really good, really fun, right? I won't say how potent they can be. Like some people have left voicemails you'll hear on the mailbag tomorrow where people are like, oh, this team could be as good as the Pacers offensively last year. My nigga, what? As good as the Pacers offensively? The best offense in the league? But I mean, well, as far as points per game, come on, man. Come on. I'm not watching the Bulls when it was Zach or bust. Right. If they don't move Billy at fault because the offense is on him now, right of the main focus. We'll see. Do y'all remember Billy is not on the hot seat? Who has told you that? Billy is not on the hot seat. Billy Bubblegum Donovan literally can walk into AK's office and be like, hey, yeah, AK, I think I'm going to go ahead and just not coach the team for about 2 games and see if they just figure it out like through osmosis. You good with that? AK, be like, you know what, Billy, you're such a good collaborator with us. We'll give you those 5 games. Do you want 10? And keep in mind this as well. The moment Billy Donovan said out his mouth, I talk to Jerry Reinsdorf every day, it was done. It was done at that point. It was done. Which player in the starting lineup would be the most important to wins if they develop defensively? All of them, because it's going to take a team effort defensively. This isn't a defense that one player can change the direction of your defense that much. You're going to need everybody bought in defensively, communicating defensively for us to get there. And Billy has a lifetime contract. He knows about the Reinsdorf parties. Wow. Okay. Here goes the Quizler again. Do you think the Bulls will have a lot of 3-point attempts? I don't know. I have no idea. I got to see what the new offense looks like. Billy on the gum seat. Contract up into you. So yeah, 1 season after this season. So next season is the last year on his deal. The gum seat is crazy. But yeah. So listen, I'm happy with what we know, Bulls practices and everything so far. I'm glad things seem to be going in the right direction. I'm glad the guys seem to be bonding both on and off the basketball court, because that is important, right? On the court is more important than off the court. But I really think that a lot of things are moving in the right direction for the Bulls, and we just got to keep seeing that development. We just got to keep seeing it go in the right direction. And if it does, there's could be some good things in store for the Bulls. Now I don't know if those good things are going to include wins or not, but there's definitely some really good things. So we'll see what happens with that. LeBron has handshakes for people he likes. Haize has nicknames. Oh, facts. Team chemistry, Team D. Team D. Team D. Going to those Diddy parties, huh, Jay? Jay dropping that Team D. And moving without the ball will be the true test of this team. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that one. Check the articles. I'm positive something came out a few weeks ago that he was actually on the hot seat. No, it didn't. It didn't. And if it did, Greg Schwartz is just talking. I guarantee that. No. I think regardless of record-wise, we're going to see a lot of growth across the board, and particularly on P-Dub, Io, Kobe, and Zach. I think this is going to have the best season of his career, affecting the game in ways. I mean, listen, I got to see it before I can say that, because I'm not just going to say that based off hope, right? In your opinion, how realistic is it playing for this Bulls? Listen, I told y'all, I don't think that this team's going to win over 34 games. That's just my personal opinion. Now we'll see what happens once they get on the court. We'll know about the 2025 pick end of February. I mean, we very well could. We very well could. Whatever the equivalent of 1,000 bottles of baby oil is in gum is what Billy would have in his. That's crazy. We rated Billy Donovan. There's a national gum shortage, so we went to Billy Donovan's house. We ended up finding out that Billy Bubblegum Donovan had 16,000 pieces of Bubblicious at his house. Just there. Jay throws in no Diddy. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. The Bulls may be top 6 in pace. That means nothing. I think the Wizards were top 2 in pace, and look at how that did them. Being top in pace, just being fast doesn't mean shit. And that's why I love that. While I do love that the Bulls are going more up tempo, you got to have the right mentality on your team and the process to do that. So, yeah. While 6 seed at least, however many wins that is, no, at least no. They're not going to be at least the 6 seed. That's stupid. That's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I think the 6 seed was 46 wins last year. No, the Bulls aren't going to improve by 7 games. No, they're not. Now, Billy got that big league chew. That's hilarious. Do you think they would be the best defense? Tamika, do you just be asking shit to be asking shit? The best defense team in the NBA, the best team defense in the Chicago Bulls? Tamika, listen, I understand you may have taken a lot of plan Bs, and I can understand that may affect your brain capacity. I need you to go take some Focus Factor and some Adderall to balance it out. Because what are you talking about, Tamika? What are we really talking about here? The best team. I staved off a Petty Roosevelt appearance there. I had to get in touch. I had to get in touch with the ancestors right there. Had to get in touch with the ancestors because, wow. Wow. When did they start? When did Fit go on sale? That's at most, and everything goes great. And they are way ahead of what people are projecting. We'll see. We'll see. Io and Dalen will be used defensively by Billy. Well, hey, listen, nothing's a foregone conclusion. I mean, Io, yes, but we'll see what happens with Dalen. With getting Zach and Vooch in the lineup, that's no, my nigga, you showed Petty. I know you're taking a lot of plan Bs. I did say that, didn't I? I forgot I said that quick. That's what being old will get you. I forgot I said that. What are the Bulls team? Tamika. 20. This nigga just say plan B's. Balance it with plan B's. 28 win predicted team with the best team. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. That's crazy. That's wild. Oh man. Okay. Woo. At best, I hope 15th on defense, 15th on offense, and 15th on defense. Hey, listen, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. If Modest in the dunk contest, Lonzo and Giddey need to be the props. Hey, no, because listen, you don't want Lonzo out there because it'll just be the Bulls' luck that Modest Bucelis would slip on a dunk and fall on Lonzo Ball, and that's where he gets injured again. Like that's that, and that's not what you want to happen. Like that's just not where you want that to happen at, man. I hope I hope Julian Phillips can take another step this season. I think he had real promise defensively before his injury set. I'll agree with you. Completely agree with you. Julian Phillips was starting to round out. His shooting was starting to get better for sure. For sure. With the added player development staff along with Peter Patton, do you see a lot of growth in our? I mean, we saw that last year. So yeah, I definitely think that's a potential. Definitely think that's a potential. Lonzo full court pass to Modest in the dunk contest. I mean, keep him far away from the actual competition of the dunk contest. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, Jay Capone, if anybody's radio's uncle, it's you. Because radio, no, your radio, because I'm your brother. So yeah, that makes sense because your radio's pappy. That actually makes a lot of sense. Because if y'all see radio and Jay Capone side by side, use the pappy. Use the pappy. You just gotta be for real here, Jay Capone. I'm just watching for sauce, dunks, lockdown defense, and clutch threes. Sauce, you're watching, so you're watching for sauce and D and lockdown D. So you want to go to a Diddy party. Just say you want to go to a Diddy party, bro. Just say you want to go to a Diddy party, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Betty the type to roast you at a funeral. Oh, facts. Oh, facts, bro. I roasted the pastor at my my great grandma's funeral. Absolutely. Is Zoe if Zoe is healthy, this team would do better than the team with DeRozan? No, because again, Zoe being healthy does not mean Zoe being the Zoe he was before. No. Jay, you walked into that LOL Haize trying to clear his head from playing B comment. Listen, I'm trying my best. I am trying my best. I swear for buttermilk, I pray to. I swear for. First of all, listen, I get it. Listen, talking in the AAV is all cool and all that. But bro, type like you got some fucking sense, Alfred. Your name is Alfred, for goddamn. Be dignified, goddamn it, Alfred. Type like you got some goddamn common sense, my boy. What like Alfred Pennyworth is rolling in his grave right now, knowing goddamn well you out here typing like that. What are we doing, bro? This team will be worse than my mic typing when I said earlier, don't comment and drive. That's crazy. I said defense, no pause. There I see they captured you before. What? Man, I come here daily. That's funny. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, man. We appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out. Listen. All I can say is this. Tamika, they should have never came out with that over-the-counter Plan B. You should only be able to get it by prescription. Like that, the fact that you can just walk in the store and just buy a Plan B off the shelves now, like it's killing. It's aborting the wrong thing. I didn't want it to abort your common sense. Like that's not what the point of it was. Like I fully believe, fully believe. I'm all pro-choice all day long. Do what you want to do. But don't you ain't gotta abort brain cells though. That's what we doing out here. Like that's really what we doing. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Pray for Tamika, y'all. Because brain cells, I don't think grow back. Pray for Tamika. Yeah, man. I just want her to be better, bro. I just really want better for Tamika. And let's pray for her as a family. Let's go ahead. Everybody bow your heads. If you're under the sound of my voice, bow your heads. Lord, we come before you today very humbly as servants. And we pray for the development of Tamika, our sister. We pray that Tamika finds the basketball IQ and the hope that we need from her. We hope that she comes to the realization that she does not have to ask questions. We pray humbly before you in your son Jesus Christ's name. Amen. All right, y'all. I thank you guys, man. I love you guys, man. Thank you for being a part and the best guy, the best chat in the business. I love you guys so much, man. Man, I love you guys. We'll be back. Games are coming soon, man. Make sure you guys are following the channel at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. BullCentralPod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave any text messages and our voicemails for the voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you guys. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See you, Red, y'all.